Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Maria here, and in this episode, I wanted to experiment with a bag and a flyer. These are elements that are going to be ending on a landfill or in the trash. I found this beautiful ballerina that I want to make part of this flyer over here. The flyer is too shiny, so I want to use this file in order to get rid of a little bit of that glossy termination of the flyer. And then, as you can see, I attended to this orchid festival in 2022. It's incredible how it was like 3 years ago. So since then, I have had this flyer like around my stash, thinking about what to do. And so I was inspired by the orchids, of course, and also by the ballerina. And then, as you can see in the middle part, there is a line for the horizon, and the reflection of the orchid is pink on what can be a lake. So that line I'm going to use to place the ballerina. So I think it's really, really nice, and I am in love with the result. As you may remember, I told you in my previous episode that I want to get very, very good at collaging. I really like it, and it's not hard. The only thing is that it's no good or wrong. You just need to try and look what your weakness is and where is your best way to do it. You're gonna find your way to do it. And in here, what happens is that the little fingers they're popping out of the previous page. So I'm gonna do a little flap here so I can give that little hand popping up a little bit of support. I don't want those fingers to be suffering or being destroyed. So I'm thinking about a name for this journal, and I am creating it on 3 pages. As you can see here, I am doing it backwards so you can feel free about moving pages even after decorating them. This is the advantage of working in separate pages that you can change. It's more easy to work with. You can just take them apart and work on 2 pages at the same time. So I am been trying this, and the experience is being very, very good and practical. So sometimes it's good to change the way we do things. So I started backwards. So from separate pages of a signature, and then let's see, where is this going to take me? How far can I go with this signature is pretty advanced, so I think it's almost ready, but I need to add some details to the pages. And as you can see here, I'm cutting part of the bag, and previously I cut some of the flowers and butterflies. I'm going to use them as appliques. And as you can see, the material of this bag was kind of that kind of a fake fabric, and it was kind of hard to use like water glue. That's why I'm using tacky glue in order to make sure that this is going to be firm and glue onto the page of the journal. Then, as you can see here, I have those blue handles, and I'm gonna come with an idea because the detail of that little square with the X, where the handles are glued or pressed on the back, I think that they look great, and I don't want to get rid of the blue part. So I'm going to come up with an idea, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm going to be doing. It's so important that creativity guide the process. So this moment of working on my journal is a moment of freedom and of creativity, and sometimes it's my moment to be with myself and also to relax my mind. And these are the appliques that I cut out of the back of the bag, and I'm going to use them around like to decorate and to make the bag look a little bit more fun. I wanted to have them all in the same place because they came out so nice, and I love the colors. And as you can see, that pink on the flower to the left is exactly like the reflection on the lake or at the beach where the orchid is. Actually, the orchid is like the sun coming out in the morning or going down at sunset time. I guess that's a sunset mostly because of the color of the orchid is kind of orange color scheme. And as you can see here, I still have some pages to work in. And also, I'm gonna take this minute to finish this page I have here because this has been also around my stash forever. So I wanted to use this scrap of paper that I had, and also this beautiful illustration from a book. I love the vintage color, like this yellowish tone of the pages, and that's why I'm matching them with a little bit of brown. And this paper here I'm using comes from the big block of papers, and it has like some of phrases or quotes written on it. This is going to be the background for this page, but I'm going to come out with something else because remember, I'm practicing collaging, and I want to make something really different. So this page is ready, and now I'm going to make sure that it closes very well. And so I'm going to go back to the page I was working with. And now I'm going to be using this appliques that I have. The result so far is really nice. I am in love with the work I'm doing. I did this alter envelopes, and the videos are available, so I'm gonna link the videos appear up to the right on this screen, and also I'm gonna link the down below in the description box of this video. This may be used for a flap. I'm thinking about many options, but I don't know. Here doesn't match it too well. By the way, this illustration was given to me, was a gift, and I love it. And here is the moment I was promising you. So now I'm gonna use my little staple to make the corners to stay sturdy on top of the bag. As you can see, using the staple to make the stay firm, but then I'm going to be able to lift up the page that I'm going to be gluing in there. This postcard I received a couple of years ago, and it was like for my birthday, but it was from something invitation, a political something, and I never attended. But I love that tree because actually here in Florida we had lots of those trees. Right now they are full of flowers, and it is called flamboyant. In Spanish is flamboyant. So this flamboyant or flamboyant is very exuberant. The flowering stage is amazing. The orange is really vibrant, and flowers are like all over the tree. Mostly all the leaves are like in another dormant stage, and then all the flowers came out and open. It's just spectacular. So the name is flamboyant, and it's also called flame tree. And as you can see here, I used part of the bag to cover the back because I don't want to have that information there. And also, I can do something different on the back of the postcard. It is good to have some clamps around here. And I'm going to come back later when everything is dry and nice. Once everything was dry, I removed the clamps, and you're going to see how are you going to be able to move the flap. It's something really, really different. You keep all the details, the bright colors on the bag, and also the bright colors on the flamboyant tree. You can make a pocket on the back. It can be also a secret spot to hide something. Now I'm going to make sure that everything is okay in the rest of the journal. On the back part, I still have a flap from the same flyer that is purple, as you can see here. I was not sure about decorating that white part or using that flap as a tuck spot. So I'm going to use it to tuck stuff inside. And in this case, I'm just going to keep the rest of the appliques of my cuttings that I obtained from the same bag. And this will be the flyer and the bag. I think that the result is really cute. I love it. And I have more pages to go. This is the second half of the envelope that I upcycle and decorate this flip out page. I'm gonna give you the tutorial. I'm gonna post it really, really soon. And also this little CVS photo passport that I decorated. If you make it till the end, please leave me a thumbs up. That's gonna help me a lot. Also, subscribe to my channel. It's really easy. You just go here in the corner and click in that button there. And also, you can leave me a comment. Are you gonna be using some bags like different from paper bags to place in your journal? What do you think about this idea? How many flyers do you have around? Let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to read them. I see you very soon in my next creative episode. Bye, friends. Bye bye. Bye, friends.